In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to add buttons to the Excel QAT and trigger them with Alt+1. Open Excel, then open your workbook. Once the workbook is on screen, move to the ribbon at the top of the window and right-click anywhere on it. In the menu that appears, click Show Quick Access Toolbar. You'll now see a thin toolbar strip appear above the ribbon near the top left corner. By default, that toolbar usually shows an autosave toggle and a save icon. Next, we need to clear the default buttons so the new buttons land in the first two positions. On the Quick Access toolbar, right-click the Autosave toggle and choose Remove from Quick Access toolbar. If Autosave is grayed out and does not remove, leave it there. It is a toggle, not a counted button, so the Alt numbering will skip it. Then right-click the Save icon and click Remove from Quick Access toolbar. At this point, the Quick Access toolbar should be empty, or it may show only the Autosave toggle. That means the next command you add will become position 1. Now add the first button, which will be Freeze Top Row. Go to the View tab on the ribbon. In the Window group, click the Freeze Panes dropdown. A menu opens with the available freeze options. In that menu, right-click Freeze Top Row. Then click Add to Quick Access Toolbar. Look back up to the Quick Access toolbar, and you'll see a new icon appear there. It has a snowflake-style look, and this is now your first numbered button. That means it will respond to Alt+1. Next, add the second button. Sort smallest to largest using the More Commands window. On the far right end of the Quick Access toolbar, click the small drop-down arrow. The tooltip for it reads, Customize Quick Access Toolbar. In the menu that opens, go to the bottom and click More Commands. This opens the Excel Options dialog, already on the Quick Access Toolbar page. In that dialog, find the section labeled Choose Commands From. Click its drop-down list, then select All Commands. The large list on the left will update to show the full set of commands available in Excel. Scroll down through that list until you find Sort Smallest to Largest. Click it one time to highlight it. Then move to the middle of the dialog and click Add. The command moves from the left list into the right-hand list, which is the list of commands currently on your Quick Access toolbar. Now go to the bottom right corner of the dialog and click OK. Back on the worksheet, look at the Quick Access toolbar again. You should now see a second icon added to the right of the Freeze Top Row button. This one uses an A to Z arrow style icon. Because it was added second, this becomes your Alt+2 button. Now test the keyboard triggers. Click cell A1 so the focus is clearly on the worksheet grid. Press the Alt key one time but do not hold it down. Small KeyTips will appear across the interface, and each button on the Quick Access toolbar will display a number label. Check the first icon, the snowflake style, Freeze Top Row command, and confirm it shows the number 1. Then check the A to Z sort command and confirm it shows the number 2. Press Escape to dismiss those keytips. Now press Alt+1. Excel immediately runs Freeze Top Row. You should see a thin line appear just under row 1, showing that the top row is now frozen. Scroll down a few rows so you can verify the header row remains visible while the rest of the sheet moves underneath it. Then scroll back to the top. Click any cell inside the Sales column, which is column C. With a cell in that column selected, press Alt+2. Excel runs Sort Smallest to Largest on the active column, and the rows resort so the smallest sales value moves to the top. At this point, the main setup is complete. The Quick Access toolbar is sitting above the ribbon with Freeze Top Row in position 1 and Sort Smallest to Largest in position 2. If this helped, hit like and subscribe for more quick tutorials. From here, pressing Alt+1 will freeze the top row instantly, and pressing Alt+2 will sort the active column in ascending order, all without using the mouse to reopen ribbon tabs or command menus.